Should I move a little bit to the left? Yeah? I'm in the middle now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Guys, welcome to another live. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and I believe TikTok as well. So what I'd love is anybody who's got any questions, shoot them through, right? Like shoot. And I'll be happy to answer. Everybody who's come on live, Omar, wa alaikum assalam, my brother, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. May Allah bless you guys, man. Everybody who shows up on the live and asks me questions, may Allah bless you guys. Welcome to Abdullah, Jaziri, the 12 others who've joined, but I can't see their names for some reason. Everybody who's joined in, welcome. And everybody who's going to be joining in, I'll be welcoming you guys. Guys, check this out. If you guys have questions with respect to what's going on in the market, any personal situations that you might be facing, anything that's going on with you, I'm happy to answer any live questions that you guys have, all right? Otherwise, what I'll generally do is during the week, I get questions from people who are looking to ask general questions. It could be real estate related. It could be from investors. It could be from real estate agents. And what I'm going to do is just answer those as well as we watch, okay? Muzna Kazim, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you guys, everybody who's joining. Guys, there is, what is it? At the bottom, yes, if you guys want to work with us, as in buy a property, there is a WhatsApp number that you can actually reach out at, okay? All right, so I'm going to share with you guys a real life story, okay? A real life story. And then if any questions come through, I'll be happy to answer, okay? So Ravi Singh, welcome. Abu Bakr, welcome. Omar, welcome. Hashim, Omar. You're asking some good questions, Omar. Let me answer your questions. Then I'll talk about this real life investors story. So Omar S1D asks, I'm interested in moving to Dubai from the UK to work in property. Realistically, what is the earning potential in year one? That's a very good question. I'm going to fix my hair a little bit to look nicer. All right, check this out, guys. Look, your earning potential is dependent on a lot of things, okay? What do I mean by this? It depends on your background. Saifuddin Yafi, hi, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam on YouTube. It depends on your background. It depends on your skill level. It depends on your maturity. It depends on your experience from real estate back home in the UK if you're already involved in the real estate sector. It depends on a lot of these factors. And it depends on you waking up at as early as possible and then going to work day after day and not quitting. So if I give you a general potential, okay, so let's just say that you should take about 3 months to learn the market, understand where to focus. So this is given that you've chosen the right company to start with. They've got a good, decent mentorship program. They have some basic training and they give you some basic guidance, okay, which means you're with one of the better companies in Dubai and they actually hire you because you still got to get hired, right? So let's say it took you about 3 months to find your groove and maybe in the first month, do your first sale, first rental. And by the first 3 months, you've done a sale, okay? Ideally speaking, you might be doing it earlier, okay? Now, if you do one sale per year and you're clearing, let's say about 50,000 dirhams, okay? 50,000 dirhams, which is a decent amount of money, okay? So I'm going to say you could be clearing, and you got to remember this, companies will take about 50%, 60%, 40%. It depends on what their pay slabs are of the commission off the top of you, from you, right? So what's going to happen is very simple. Very simple. They're going to end up taking some money away from you. So you're going to end up between 50K and all the way downwards to 10K, okay? So if I say you're going to be able to do, let's say 6 months at 50K and the other 6 months, I'm being a little bit optimistic at 20K, okay? Now, 50K into 6 months, no, 3 months to chala gaya, they passed away because you didn't have time, right? So let's say you do 50K in 4 months. So you get about 200K. And the balance, 4 plus 3, 7. 5 months you do 20K, okay? So that's 100K, okay? 200 plus 100, that's 300K. Divide by 12, that's 25K, okay? This is kind of like the average, okay? I'm being average, and I've not been overly optimistic. I've not been overly pessimistic. Like, you could actually do 500,000 per month. Who am I to say that you can't, right? Like, at 25K per month, and then when you're talking about also cost of living for a couple with 4 young children, schooling, etc. Look, when you look at cost of living, so I hope I was able to answer this. You're looking at about 25K per month. This is given that everything kind of works out for you. And I've gone not too optimistic, not too pessimistic. Pessimistic would have been like if I was saying you'd be making about 10K per month. That would be really struggling. Optimistic would be like you're making 100K per month. And that's quite optimistic, okay? Is it impossible? Perhaps no. Is it difficult, challenging? Yes. Like, you've got to remember, like, in the Dubai market right now, we've got tons and tons of real estate brokers joining. And this is normal. When the market's super hot, brokers come in. When the market dies down, those same brokers leave. Like, I've seen these cycles, 2008, 2012, 13, post 2020. And so the cycle is very normal. When you're talking about cost of living, look, your major expense is going to be in Dubai, rent, and then schooling if your children are in school. 25K, to be honest with you, is going to be quite challenging to cut with rent and schooling. But everybody's built different. So I don't know, Omar, your personal situation. Like, maybe you drive a Mercedes back over there, or I don't know, Bentley, and then you want to do the same over here. With this kind of income coming in, you better have good savings to afford that lifestyle. But then there are some people who are very vision oriented. They're going somewhere for a purpose, okay? Money might not be the case. They might want to move to Dubai for other reasons, which might be your case. And they're going to move to Dubai for other reasons, which means in the beginning, they might rough it out a little bit, right? You might, there's some homeschooling options over here. There are places for rent which might be cheaper in the beginning. There's no looking down on somebody who moves to a new country and decides to start not at the absolute bottom, but somewhere where it's more affordable. There's nothing wrong with that if you can manage that, right? Like, everybody's built differently. I know, like, for example, Canada used to be, I don't know if it's still, one of those places where a lot of people from Dubai used to immigrate to, but it was very common. Like, they would have $500,000 in savings and they go to Canada and they try to maintain the same level of lifestyle. And sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you might not be able to do that, okay? So I hope I was able to answer your question. Look at the schools that you're looking at, yeah? So Muzna's asking a question. Omar, assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair, akhi. You're welcome. Bless you. Everybody who's joined in, welcome. Naseem, Explore Dreams. Muhammad Realtor, Aisha. Omar, you're asking some... Muzna, I see your question on YouTube. I'm coming to it. Omar, you're asking the better companies. Okay, take a note of these larger companies. They're run by people I know. Some of them I don't know. Unique is decent. Unique, FAM, DNB, Allsop and Allsop. Unique, FAM, DNB, Allsop and Allsop. Exclusive links. Guys, the point with these companies is they've been in the market 10 years plus, and they kind of have like their systems set in. Like, so if you're a maverick and you feel like you don't want authority to tell you what to do, don't go to these companies, because they know what they're doing and they're going to really tell you what to do. If you want to go into the gray area, go to one of the smaller companies, but then expect a lot of surprises. But these companies, they're stable, they know what they're doing, right? So they're going to tell you what to do. You're not going to tell them around, okay? But then you need them in the beginning. Hey, welcome everybody who's joined in. Tiny, TNT. I see a question from Naseem. Listen, I'm coming to your question, Naseem. I want to answer Muzna. And everybody else who's asked me a question, guys, I'm going to come to your question. Just give me a little bit of time so I can answer some of the other questions as well that are coming in, okay? Muzna asks, I just invested in Sky Residences Expo City. What do you think as a short-term rental? Shukriya. Okay, Saeed, I see your question. Just give me a moment. Let me answer, Muzna. See, I'll tell you something, Muzna. When you see Expo City, District 2020, I think that's what it's called. Let me give you the good news first, okay? Let me give you the good news. What's there? Billions of dollars worth of infrastructure already built. Wow. What do I mean by that? The road networks coming into District 2020, they're already built. The parking lots already built. The metro stations already built. The amusement or the entertainment stuff, like halfway. Like, you know, it was actually built for Expo 2020, which happened in 2021, alhamdulillah. But it's already built. So the fact of the matter is the government invested billions of dollars starting from 2013 up to 2021 in making that place ready. So what did you end up doing? You end up investing in a place which is already built. MashaAllah. Great news. Good stuff. Now, the not so, let's say the mixed news. When a place is already built and the government's already done billions of dollars of infrastructure investment, you've got to remember, Expo 2020 or Expo 2021 when it happened, the government didn't make money from that. It was about getting the place, like Dubai, building Dubai's brand name, giving the world a great place to come and visit. So, and the tickets were very nominal, right? Like, did the government really make billions of dollars from the tickets? No, like they were like pretty cheap, and a lot of passes were going around. You could get the luxury pass, so on and so forth. So they're pretty cheap. So up here, now I'm going to try and explain something to you. The government needs to obviously use that infrastructure, which is great, not just leave it out there to just become and collect dust. But that infrastructure makes the cost of that land over there quite expensive. It's not cheap now to build over there, because any developer, and it was the government doing this, that builds there is building into real infrastructure, because they are going to be able to tell you, hey, everything's ready. Now what happens is when you invest there, you pay a premium for the infrastructure already there. When you invest in off-plan, the ideal situation is you invest in areas which are not fully infrastructured. The infrastructure is yet to come, because as the infrastructure comes in, the price per square foot or the price of resale, so on and so forth, or the price of the asset goes up. It's pretty simple. Like, you know, if you went and bought land out of the city, it was land on its own at that time, you're going to pay a certain price, which is going to be peanuts. As the road network builds up and now that land is connected with road, the price will go up because people can reach there. When the petrol stations come by, it's going to go up. When there's a mall at 10 minutes distance, prices are going to go up. When the metro station reaches there, metros and the road net connectivity, it's like the new river, right? Water coming there. So you can actually come and go from places. Prices are going to go up. So what happens is, instead of going into a place which is going to go further up faster because the infrastructure is going to get built, you went into a place where the infrastructure is already built, which means you paid a nice little premium to get in there, which is fine because it gives you some liquidity. If you want to resell the property, you got some liquidity, you can easily resell it. But you went quite far from the city. Like, it's going to take a year's time, 2 years time for it to start getting feeling like it's near the city, people want to live there, so on, which is fine. That's the time it's going to get built up. Now, you bought 2 apartments in 1.9, and I could have started short-term right away instead of waiting for 2 years till handover. Potential ROI in Sky Residences. Your thoughts, please. I can't give you potential ROI, like it's going to be the suburbs. It's going to take a while for it to start developing into a JVC, which is a residential area that's quite preferred by a lot of people because it's closer to the places of work right now. It'll take some time. It's on the outskirts. It's a suburb. It's a genuine suburb, I think. It might develop into a central area as the airport gets delivered and so on and so forth. But this goes back to when you guys are trying to invest somewhere, so I hope I've given you some good advice as well, like good news as well. Okay, look, you bought in a place with great infrastructure, good stuff. It's the government building. It's good. Everything's going to be good. So just be patient now. However, now it's also for you guys to remember when you start investing, have an expert guide you, not a salesperson. Our team guides people. There's a WhatsApp number. We do charge because, I've got almost about 20 years of experience. So when I'm guiding people and I'm working with them one-on-one to choose their potential investments, we run a process, we run a framework to be able to identify what it is that you want. Now that you're talking about it after the fact, it's kind of difficult to go back and change things. But we try to help you by trying to build you the right asset portfolio by giving you the right advice to start with and developing the right strategy to start with. Okay, guys, everybody on Instagram, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Ami Bajo, Saeed Saad Khan, Realtor, Terenj, Multi-Event, Sikandar Kamar, Ansar Sibhansari, Debron, Daniel, Samir, Naseem asks a question. What's the best way to make leads, to get leads? Connect with people, talk to people. The best way is to first of all tell yourself that you're a real estate agent if this is what you're doing, or if you're in another business, and then change all your profiles on all your LinkedIn, social media, TikTok, Instagram. I'm a real estate agent. And then everywhere you go, sit, talk to people, tell them you are a real estate agent and you're here to tell them about real estate. Okay, guys? So somebody asks me, Saeed asks me on YouTube, Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Fahd, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. What you see Silicon Oasis area versus Al Barari? Thanks, Mr. Fahd. See, Silicon Oasis is leasehold, generally speaking. Now, some of the buildings over there are being converted into freehold. There's a process behind it, but it's not every building. So leasehold cannot be compared to Al Barari or Majan. First of all, Barari is not an area, okay, to be compared with Silicon Oasis. If you look at the actual Al Barari area, Barari is the actual development full of trees, forestry, and all of that. It is a completely different area. It is not a development that's lower priced, which can be compared to Silicon Oasis. What's happening is next to Barari is Majan, and there's some other land over there. And people have started marketing their buildings as Barari next to it, so on and so forth, right? It's kind of like saying it's kind of like saying a building that's getting built next to downtown Dubai. Like, we know what downtown Dubai is. And the building getting built on Sheikh Zayed Road is called downtown something, right? Downtown Views, right? There is a building called Downtown Views, but it's by Emaar. So Al Barari is not an area that's comparable to Silicon Oasis. Al Barari is the area which has very high-end villas going up from 10 million to 30 million dirhams, plus some buildings. And those buildings are, again, very, very high-end. They're like luxury plush. So they can't be compared to Silicon Oasis. But Al Barari ke saath kuch इलाके हैं, मजान हैं, और बरारी के करीब भी कुछ एरियाज हैं जहाँ पे बिल्डिंग्स बनती हैं. वो बिल्डिंग्स को आप कंपेयर कर सकते हैं सिलिकॉन ओएसिस. अब ना सिलिकॉन ओएसिस इज लीज होल्ड, लेकिन अल बरारी वाले के आसपास एरिया फ्री होल्ड है. But Silicon Oasis is very developed. It's got Silicon Central, it's got community centers, it's got schools, it's got villas, it's got commercial offices. Very different area, lekin leasehold hai. Leasehold means it's a depreciating asset, okay? So be careful when you're investing there. You got to pick up the right deal, okay, guys? Cool. All right, guys, we'll be ending this. Yeah, Naseem, if you got a long question, please go ahead. We market our Barari views. Vicky, the realtor. Yes, I know you, Vicky. Bless you. Look, if the market allows it and RERA allows it, who am I to say it's not allowed? I'm just explaining the facts to people, right? Which is okay. Like, it's not in Al Barari, but it's Barari views. But you're using the Barari brand, which is also, like, I don't know. Maybe Barari might have any objections. I am not in a position to comment on it at all. Bless you guys all who are working hard. Naseem, if you've got a long question, shoot, ask, and I'm going to be leaving after that. Hey there, sir. Is there a need for copywriting in real estate? I want a job. I've sent you my copy. Man, Anu, talk to this guy. Who's this guy who's a specialist copywriter? If you are the best copywriter in the world, we want you. Right, Anu? We'll talk to you, okay? Okay, I don't see any more questions coming in, guys. I'm going to quickly answer a few of these questions. And some of these questions that have come through are pretty long. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be answering these questions. I'm going to be answering these questions in what do you call this? In video format. But let me take some of these questions. Yes, I have closed 5 deals. Very good, mashallah. Very good, Naseem. How about a detailed analysis on Dubai South? I'll do a video on that. No worries. Somebody says need more comparison videos like this. Thank you. Somebody's asking, Mitul Sat is asking for a comparison video between JLT and Executive Towers. You were the first expert to do a comprehensive community guide on Executive Towers, and I did like it a lot. I'll do more, inshallah. And I'll do like long form videos using my tablet. Somebody asked, can I invest? Superfax101 asks, can I invest in Smart Crowd Living in a partition? They ask for rental and receipts after signing in to invest. What if someone living in monthly rent? That's okay, guys. They're only doing that to do their job as per the government requirements, but you can, I'm sure, invest and apply and then submit them your rental. I'm sure even if you're living in a shared space, you got something in writing that shows how much you're paying and so on and so forth, and you get receipts, right? Somebody asks, Fahd, you've got to be more honest with why it isn't selling already. I'm not trying to be negative, but how long has that project been in the market and has it been? So let me be honest, okay? Presidential Realty, not every project in the market gets sold overnight. Like, you're looking at the current market scenario. I've been looking at the market and been involved since 2007, okay? The current market scenario is pretty crazy. Like, and some of the launch events that happened, like where, 900 units were launched and 3,100 buyers were there. These are with the top developers. And in some cases, even with some of the top developers, their launch events, they don't sell out. Like, and I'll give you some examples, like the Valley with Emaar. It used to stay there for a while. In fact, when we were trying to resell it for about a year and a half later from the original launch, we had a tough time. Today, it's just flying off the shelf, okay? Atlantis, for 5 years, it couldn't get sold. And then in 1 year, got sold out. And then the prices are reaching sky high. One and only SO Uptown in JLT. A project getting sold out doesn't mean necessarily that it's the best project. Yes, there was demand, there was marketing around it, there was a lot of hype, a lot of brokers created that hype, and it got sold out. Fine. Tipu Q, Assalamu alaikum, brother, how are you? So it got sold out. Doesn't mean that if a project that didn't get sold out is not great or not good. Every project, it's on its own merit. All right, guys? That makes sense. Hope it makes sense. All right, guys, that's about it. Muzna Kazim, thank you for your answer. You're welcome. Naseem's asking, but I was in the business for last 6 months only, and now the company leads are not coming. I don't know what next. I'm doing cold calls and until 1 a.m. every day. Okay, Naseem, this is why I just told you, okay? You're in the business for 6 months. Now the company leads because the company figured out they're not making money. They're not making money, okay? When they're spending that much money on leads and stuff like that, and they're still giving you 50%, companies figure out, oh, they're not making money because getting those leads is expensive because there's a lot of competition, right? There's so many brokers. So what you've got to do is, as a realtor, you've got to actually generate your own leads. The first thing, Naseem, you should be doing is talk everywhere that you are a real estate agent. Tell everybody that you're a real estate agent. Then meet everybody. Tell them that you're a real estate agent. Then when you get their details, numbers, store their numbers, put them down somewhere, right? And that's how you start building your database. Also, if you've been in this business for 6 months, all the leads that your company was generating, I'm sure you're not the only broker there. There was other brokers there as well. They're probably giving these leads to you guys, right? So what you end up doing is very simple. Go to your company head, the management, the CEO, the manager, the sales guy, whoever it is. If they were generating leads for 6 months that you were able to close, yani 6 deals or 5 deals, mashallah. That must be good leads, okay? Everybody who's coming in, welcome Sultan, Festo, Imsadek. Is that how you pronounce your name? The point I'm trying to make is, go to your sales manager, just say, hello, assalamu alaikum, sir. All these leads that you guys were generating for the last 6 months that haven't closed, please give them to me. Just work out a way to do it, right? Just say to them, give them to me and call those leads. And then those leads are not cold calls, which cold call is already illegal in Dubai. So don't do cold calls because, it's not right. Till 1 a.m. you're calling, and who are you calling? Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. Sultan Dubai, how are you? Bless you. So don't do these cold calls. Just go to them. If they gave you enough leads that you close 5-6 deals in 6 months, and there was a lot of other brokers who probably left the company now, all of those leads are sitting with the company. They're just gathering dust, but those leads have money in them. So all you've got to do is tell the company that, look, I'll work these leads and I'll get more money out of it. That's it. Get the leads to you. And let's say they say, no, that lead is with that guy. Tell them, like, that lead is just generating dust with that person sitting for 2-3 months. They've not even talked to that potential for the last 6 months or 3 months or 4 months. Just give them to me. And if they say, no, we cannot give it to you, say, look, whatever it is, I'll share my commission with the other guy. Easy peasy, yup and easy. All right. If you started on Instagram, bismillah. Now I'm going to do Instagram video. Any tips? Do Instagram videos which is close to what you are. I will make a video on helping people for Instagram. Okay, because I did that the other day with the doctor. He was also starting an Instagram channel where he was trying to do more, and I gave him some advice. And I think Abhijit has the full video. I will take the concepts from there and I'll teach you guys. All right, guys. Everybody who joined in, thank you very much. There's links below, numbers below. Guys, put more questions and comments in the comment section. I'd love for you guys to do that on Instagram. If you enjoyed this live, please, put stuff there. Let's make it happening. More people come, I enjoy it, right? More questions come. Everybody can enjoy, okay? All right, guys, thank you very much. Sultan asks, what's the commission percentage should be with agency? It depends. Every agency is different. Some agencies keep 20% and give senior agents 80%. Some agencies keep 70%, give agents 30%, 20%. Okay. Naseem asks, can you do a podcast with me for a start? Naseem, maybe one day. Yeah, no problem. I don't know right now. My team decides on the podcast and the guests that they bring in. I give them recommendations. Vicky the Realtor, thank you for your efforts. Thank you very much. Guys, look, put some comments down below. Talk to you guys soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.